This is what you and I need to grasp. Lostness is a common condition. What do lost people need? To be found, right? Not complex. They need to be found and directed to the right place. That's what a lost person needs. I want to give you a very important statement to remember here today. Every one of us are lost. We're all lost. Now, this is a little bit difficult of a concept for us nowadays. It used to be, when it came to directions and things of that nature, that it was easy to get lost when you were using the old paper maps. Anybody remember the days of the paper maps, okay? If your marriage survived those days, you need to thank God for it, okay? Because those were interesting days, okay? Because you're trying to read the map and get somewhere, and I don't know how many times my wife and I were lost in cities and various places, but we don't think much about that right now because all of us have the GPS and we never feel lost, okay? In the natural world, we don't feel it anymore because all you need to do is put in your little GPS and I'm not lost, I know where I'm at, okay? But when it comes to the spiritual dimension of life, it's important to remember without God, we're all lost. This is important to grasp. We may not know it, but the reality is we're lost. Without God's active presence in your life, without His active guidance in your life, you and I are operating blindly. We're basing our life decisions on our best knowledge, our own best knowledge, which is limited. And so the Bible is very clear about a false assurance that we get if we're not careful, thinking that we've got our lives together. Notice Proverbs here. It says, Proverbs 14, verse 12 says, there's a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. There's a road you can get on in life, or roads you can get on in life, that you think you know where you're going. You think you know where you're going to end up. You think you know what the destination is going to be. A way that appears to be right, but it appears to be right to you or to me, but in the end it's actually wrong. Why? Because we have this limited capacity, limited ability, and what we tend to do is we tend to make decisions in our life. This is where it gets really close to all of us at home today. We tend to make decisions in our life on the basis of what's good for our existence here on earth. Okay, where can I find pleasure and comfort and make my life enjoyable while I'm here? Now, there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself. But there's something very wrong with it when that's all you have in your life. If you're living for this life alone with no real thought about the life that is to come, then you and I end up being lost. You can be a Christian but still be living life for yourself.